What you might hear on the Dad Podcast can be considered offensive. We have explicit content. You have been warned. Proceed with caution.
Titties!
You're listening to the Dad Podcast.
Let's get started.
Fuck those little kids. I don't like seltzer waters. I don't like White Claws and the seltzer alcohol drinks. So if it wasn't for this as a rogue brewery, I wouldn't even have tried it.
That's fair. I haven't even tried that. I've heard that they were coming out with it, but
It doesn't say seltzer. It just says vodka with natural flavors and colors from fruits.
yeah, it's basically they are going for more of a canned cocktail
Yeah,
versus what they did before.
Peach berry vodka. That could be good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it smells good.
I mean, they're dealing with Rogue. They're a distillery too, so they're making their shit. You know, they're doing it all in house and everything. Where a lot of these are just like contracted companies that, oh, you can make me 5,000 cases of freaking seltzer shit.
It says real cocktail too.
Yeah.
Right in the top. Real cocktail
Yeah.
with natural ingredients.
That's very Rogue of them doing something
yeah.
like awesome.
I do have to say, so like my favorite whiskey is Irish whiskey. I love Irish whiskey.
Right.
I'm not a big fan of Canadian whiskeys. I think they're all cheap, nasty shit.
I do like a nice blend.
My dad loves the Canadians. He thinks they're all top shelf whiskey. I'm like, you're an idiot, Dad.
No.
But I do have to say, Rogue makes one hell of a good whiskey too.
I do like Dead Guy.
Yeah, and I bought a bottle of that, and I love the top. Like that's one of those bottles. I think I got a couple proper 12 bottles up top there on the shelf. I had many more, but I came in here and cleaned out one day. And I think I threw away like 20.
Sometimes you got to
bottles.
purge.
Yeah, I was like, I better get rid of those. I'm not going to do anything with them. But I haven't had, I take that back. I was about to say I haven't had anything Rogue made that I didn't like. And there was one. I did a tour of their Newport brewery.
Oh, yeah. I might be doing that here in a few weeks.
Dude, it's awesome. I tried, I think it was like chocolate banana donut flavored beer.
Oh, that's the Voodoo series. So those are all based off of the Voodoo Donuts from
Okay,
Portland.
yeah.
So their collaboration beers that they came out with. They came out with the it was the banana one. I can't remember what it was.
But yeah, it sounded awesome.
The smoked maple bacon was actually really good.
Oh, was it? See, I can see, well,
Yeah, they did like 4 or
it's
5
hard for me
of
because
them.
I'm not a big fan of maple donuts,
Ooh,
the maple bars.
favorites.
But I've definitely tried one with bacon on it. I think it's just too much icing. I don't do cake. I don't do donuts much. When I do donuts,
Yeah.
I always get like the fritter, the bear claw, one of those. I don't
Nice.
do.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're laying down. Like,
Yeah.
I do like me a good bacon crusted maple bar from Goat Star over here, dude. Their
really? I'll have
bacon
to
is
try
the
that.
Shit.
See, because bacon makes everything
It's
better.
all smoky and salty, so the maple plays way better
Yeah.
than it usually does. But like, dude, we went to Voodoo in Portland, like the original one. Stood in the god awful 50 fucking person line for an hour.
Is that what's downtown?
Yeah, that's the downtown
And the
one.
Edenhaw? I don't know. I never know what it's called. But.
Something like that. No, not downtown Portland.
Oh, what's the donut place down here? I thought it was.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about? Under the old
sorta.
Edenhaw or Idenhaw apartments.
I drove by and saw it. I didn't really pay that
I
much
thought that was a
attention.
Voodoo donut, but maybe it's not.
No, it's not a Voodoo. Voodoo's in like the airport in Portland and then downtown.
Okay.
Or maybe another
Fuck
location.
Portland, but okay.
But yeah, they fucking, it's like this huge thing about these donuts, and you get them, they're like cereal crusted, all fancy and crazy. And this is 10 years ago, so, things are,
Are you sure the one down here isn't one? Because we went in there and we just got Carter some donuts this weekend. Left our extra change, hit that on the walk back to the car, and got some Fruity Pebble crusted.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, everybody
Donuts.
does them now. Voodoo is like the OG of it. And, dude, we fucking waited and got the donuts, and they were fucking stale and gross, and like they were terrible. Like, I have nothing good to say about Voodoo Donuts. I'm sorry if anybody's offended by that. But yeah, then we proceeded to ride our bikes around Portland for like 5 hours, and I wanted to puke because all I had in my stomach was stale donuts. But riding a bike around a city like that was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's Portland, Milwaukee, Eugene, Colfax, Denver, Boulder, Denver, Austin, Cypress.
Those are all where the Voodoos are now?
Yeah, they're all over. So many in Texas, Hollywood,
Holy shit. There was like 2
Orlando,
locations when I
Florida,
went.
Vancouver, Washington. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Holy shit.
Oh wow, I didn't know that they were like franchising out or whatever the fuck they're doing.
Do you remember when what was that? Guru. See, it sounds like
Oh,
voodoo.
Guru, yeah.
Guru donuts.
Yeah, those are bomb as fuck. I've had
Not
those.
when you buy day old, because then they're like the way you were describing voodoo. They were like stale and hard and
Yeah, you gotta have a day of donut.
Yeah.
because otherwise it may be like 50 cents.
yeah. I think Lex paid like $5 for like a dozen because
Those are the ones I get
stale,
for my
or
kids because they don't fucking
$3. Yeah,
They don't
exactly.
care. They're like, it's a donut. Yeah,
Wolfed it down. Yeah,
Yeah.
So we got them day old on Saturday before we went and got our tattoos, and then came to Dan's party. Monday and Tuesday, they're still eating one for breakfast. So they're like 5-6 day old, just sitting in a paper bag. So it's not even like they're in the casing to try to stay fresh.
Kind of get them going, but
But,
become bread at that point.
yeah. Do you remember back when Duncan, was that the one? Fairview and Eagle. Is it Duncan? It's got the green, not Duncan.
Oh, Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme was all big, and that thing was packed all the time.
Oh yeah, dude. There's nothing better than a Krispy
Radio
Kreme right
stations
out of the fucking
like-
oil, dude.
Camping out on top of it for hundreds of hours too. Yeah, it's like
That's what fucking In and Out's gonna be like when they fucking get those things going.
because see now you can get Krispy Kremes and all the fucking Mavericks and it's
yeah,
not
and
like-
those are same day donuts.
yeah, and they're good. Like
Oh yeah,
but the fact
It's
it was like it
nothing
was
better
all
than in-store.
huge. Yeah,
got to be in store.
it was all
Fucking they
huge,
flip it
and then
shit.
now you can just get them at a gas station.
yeah,
Okay.
what happens when Krispy Kreme moves in?
Yeah,
Try to take over.
I'm trying to think if there's any others. I know there's bagel places like Blue Sky Bagel downtown. I love that place.
Yeah, there's a new one. I've
Really
been
good
driving
bagel
by
sandwich.
quite a bit because I go to Cash and Carry, which is not what it's called anymore, but that's what I call
It's
it.
like restaurant supply. Something.
Yeah, it's like a restaurant food store but anybody can go there. And
I love that place.
It's
Oh wait,
right-
are you talking the one in Nampa?
no, Boise down.
Oh, okay.
Down
Yeah.
along River Street.
Yeah, I used to my last job, our office was less than a mile away on 13th and River.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you know
We were
exactly.
just right there. Yeah.
So I'd always dip out and go up Fairview, or I'm sorry, the main extension or whatever. And there's a new one over there, and they've had a sign up for a while, and I was like, oh, that'll be cool.
Really?
Yeah. And then I think they might be open now, but like every time I drive by, they'd have something new and cooler looking in the front. So
See, I always wanted to.
I always like to support those guys that are just getting open.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you're fresh open. Let me
and
go.
it's donuts, so
Yeah, dude. And it's bagels, dude. Cream cheese bagel. Fucking give me
yeah.
some of that fucking.
that's what I used to do. So Blue Sky Bagel, we'd go down when I was still doing delivery. Buddy of mine, Brandon, him and I, we used to work for the design center. The design house. So many fucking interior design companies around here. I
Yeah.
don't know. And we would deliver downtown a lot, and we would hit that. We'd like get our deliveries loaded up, we'd leave, and we'd take off and we'd hit Blue Sky and get a nice bagel sandwich in the morning. So good there.
Yeah.
So big.
Dude,
But
I'm a sucker for a fucking croissant breakfast sandwich.
if it's done right, yeah.
Dude, Tara knows how to do it. She throws them in the oven, but she preheats the oven, then turns it off. And then she throws them in so the heat like crisps the shell. So they're like god awfully fucking delicious.
So they're already made
yeah, like Costco ones. and
okay.
shit,
So
yeah.
not like
No, we
she's,
cheat. We just get the Costco.
she's like
ones.
gonna
They're
go
great.
bake it and then turns it off and like this is gonna take a long time.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. We definitely don't bake from scratch in my house. We're not very good with the hot box. But certain things we do pretty good. But
Yeah.
she just throws those Costco ones in there. God damn, they are
Interesting.
out of this world awesome.
So we always do ours on either we get the sourdough bread, the rounds,
Hell yeah.
because they're perfect size for like the eggs and
The
stuff.
Alpacella.
And or English muffins. I love them on English muffins. Not McDonald's. If I'm getting a sandwich from them, it's gotta be like the biscuit or the McGriddle. I can't do their English muffin. So what is it, egg muffin or whatever? It's I don't know,
yeah.
it's just weird texture.
Yeah, it tastes like cardboard.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you're using frozen eggs because I got one once that were still cold in the middle of the egg. So
It's like, why is it all hard in the middle and
Yeah.
cold?
why is my yolk this big and in the corner? What is this shit? But yeah, we don't do a lot of croissants here, but it's also that like Lex likes to, I don't want to say likes to, but like tonight. So we're going to have sliders, or they're having sliders. I don't know. But she had to make her own rolls. She gets like the King Hawaiian rolls dough and then makes them herself instead of just buying the
Hell
pack of
yeah.
already made King Hawaiian rolls. I mean, isn't that easier? To just buy the pre-made and it's still King's Hawaiian rolls.
If they come out bomb as fuck, that fresh baked all day, bro.
It
That goes back to the
It
the
looked
donut
good when
thing,
I
you
walked
know?
in and I saw them on the
Baked day
stoves.
of,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
it's what makes that kind of shit so good.
which is hard
Especially
when
when
you're
you're
both
stoned.
working, as you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, both parents just get home at 5. You don't want to sit there and bake for 2 hours to get the rolls or whatever.
Yep. But if the dough's pre-made,
Yeah. So today,
I'll
today
crack
was
that
nice
shit, throw them in
because
for 15 minutes. Let's go.
she was home today because we got the new air conditioner, water heaters set up. So she was home all day while they were doing that. So she had time to just let the dough rise kind of thing and pop them in and do all that. For Christmas, I did get her a bread machine. So
Was it how was it? Because we used to have one of those when I was younger.
so
and I didn't like it.
it was, depending on which kind she made, it was good. But she never did get the yeast right, so they all looked funny. Sometimes it explode out the top of the pan and be squished from the lid. And
Yeah. Or then it's super dense as fuck because it didn't do anything.
yeah. And I mean, like when you're cutting it, we also got, there's like this cool wood thing, looks like a bunch of wooden ribs, and so you can cut the bread the right thickness.
Right.
Because you're doing it on your own, you're gonna get like thick, thin, back to thick, and it's awkward trying to make a sandwich, and then it does become way too much bread. And yeah, if it's too dense, like okay, I can eat half a sandwich, and this is just too much.
I just never, it never had that nice shell with the soft gooey inside that I go for with good bread.
Yeah,
It was very dense.
we've been getting. So I love
Again,
toast.
I can't bake, so
Yeah,
I'll grill like a motherfucker.
I love toast. I even have a little toaster for my camper.
Was that your favorite movie in the 80s too?
The what was it?
My Little Toaster?
The Brave Little
Brave
Toaster.
Little Toaster.
Yeah. No, but I like the vacuum guy
That's
in
a
that one.
good fucking movie right there.
But we found this new bread. Well, she found it because she's on this whole diet weight loss kick thing, and so then I get added to it, and that's fine. Whatever. I need to lose weight.
Hey, it's always good eating healthy. We're getting old.
She found this bread, and it's like 45 calories or something. It's like on Weight Watchers, like
That's
normal
some
bread.
ass shit right there.
Yeah, normal bread is like 3 points per slice.
I don't know what that
On
is.
Weight Watchers, they give you points.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So because of the calories and some other shit. So she found Sarah Lee makes one that's less calories somehow. It's not keto bread, but it's somehow different.
What's the texture like though?
It's actually not bad. I was going to say, like, I'll make toast with it. I mean, they're a little bit, like a little bit smaller than a normal slice of bread, but not.
It's lower calories because there's less of it.
And that's what I was
Nice
getting at. Is
move,
it probably
Sarah Lee.
is. So they trick you. They cut about an inch off of all sides.
25% less calories and 25% less bread.
It's very light, but it's still like enough bread to make a sandwich on. And the flavor's pretty good. Like if you just make a little sandwich, it's pretty good. And toast-wise it works, which is good. Keto bread is not. So you get that weird-ass keto bread. It's like...
You can't fake gluten, dude.
Yeah.
You just can't.
This is wrong.
Yeah.
I tried that keto, and it worked. I mean, that's how I got all this nice equipment. We had a bet, and I lost lots of poundage.
Nice.
But with keto, I was like, okay, fuck that. I'm having a hamburger with bread now.
Hold on.
All of it came back.
How much poundage?
It was 35 pounds in
Damn.
2 or 3 months.
Very nice. I'm down
which-
12 pounds lately.
I saw that at Dan's party this weekend, which was fucking awesome.
I haven't done anything, and I don't know why. So I'm probably sick.
Oh. Whatever
I feel
sickness
great,
you
but I'm
have,
probably
give it
sick.
to me. You got a tapeworm or something? Let's
Tara's
do
like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know.
it. Since November, I'm down 30 pounds. But then in Vegas, I went back up 7, and now I'm back down to pre-Vegas weight. But I still need to go. I want another 40 at least to come off.
Yeah. If I can lose another 20, I'll be kicking.
What's that put you at right now?
236,
Jesus, and what do you want to get down to?
220.
Okay. Yeah, so I was thinking 225, 220.
Yeah, 220, 225. Like in healthy, a
Mhm.
little bit of muscle in there too.
That's what I was saying. Like I was thinking, so when I met my wife, I was 215.
I'm not in the best shape.
Which is okay. 215 was, but when I graduated high school, I was pretty much the same height I am now, but I was 175. And I'm looking back at pictures, that's too skinny.
Oh yeah, I was 195 in high school. I was also a offensive tackle and defensive end.
I was free safety and a receiver.
Yeah, I was a tall guy. I just had really long arms, so the fatties couldn't get around me, and then I was faster than them. So they're like, "We'll put you in." I'm like, "Shit."
Yeah, that was like
6'4", 195.
that was like Josh now skinny.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I was laughing my ass off.
he is looking a little better now though.
When Brandon told him at dance party, eat a fucking cheeseburger, he's like, "You need to eat 2 cheeseburgers." It's like,
God damn it, get that man a triple.
that was fun. That party was awesome.
That was good, man. I literally had so much fun. Except nobody believed in my power rally.
I did. I was just like, I think he's out. He's cuddling with the pillow because I saw you through the blinds. I was like knocking. I was like, all right, he's out. Let's just go play.
I heard you. I was like, well, we went out and we partake rather early in the morning, I guess is the best way to put it. And I got the little bit of spins where you're like, and that bed was really comfy. It was right.
Yeah,
we were standing right next to it. So I was like, okay. I was like, what's a little nap?
And it was, what was it, 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah, long
and
enough,
then we're right back
to miss the pictures that Tara was taking that I was not in when she was sharing them with everybody. I'm like, really? Everybody does a photo shoot in the 15 minutes I power napped?
I see. I got to find that.
I was the last one up, by the way.
I'm not friends with anybody she shared them with.
Oh, I think it was just text to Dan.
Oh, okay. I know sometimes she'll like, from the camping, I'll see some, and then she's friends with Lex, so I see them through Lex. Same with Rochelle. She's friends with Lex, so I see them through Lex's, and then I'm like, oh, that's a cool picture.
Yeah, she operates my Facebook. I'm just there for the people that are on my thing to see what she's putting on, which is all just like, basic family stuff. We don't announce our world.
Yeah. All of Lex's pictures are my pictures, so we'll go places, and I'm the one that takes pictures. And she's like, let me take some of your photos, and then she posts them. I'm like, but that's my shit.
Yeah.
You're fucking stealing my shit.
Copyright.
Yeah, what the hell?
Like, that's intellectual property.
So then, like, people like
first beer of the day.
People like put on, be like, nice picture, and I'm like, yeah, it is. I'll just put that in the reply. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, thank you for the person who took it.
I'm gonna start making a watermark because I edit a lot of photos for my mom, and so I have like Photoshop and all that, and I found out how to make a watermark. So I'm gonna start making watermarks. So even when she posts my picture, it's gonna have the little watermark down the bottom.
That'd be funny as shit.
Like
it just
dad bod or something.
Dad bod across it like 50 times sideways so nobody can use it.
Take that, bitches.
Try to get that off.
I'll fight you all.
Y'all know where it came from.
Yeah. So, do you know who Dan's favorite actor is?
Ryan Reynolds.
See,
I'm damn sure of it. He talks about him all the time.
He loves that dude.
Usually in a bad way, but that's kind of where
he says he has so much like.
It's like that high school love where you're like, oh, I hate that person. I hate.
But you really do like.
But then you go home and you're like, I love them.
So according to what
Daniel
he told me, it's Robert De Niro.
Okay, I like that. Okay.
Have you heard the news on De Niro lately?
No.
Motherfucker's 80, right? Well, he's like 2 months away from being 80.
Yeah, he's older than shit and still a badass.
His girlfriend is 64.
Dude, that's way dipping too young.
Huh? They're about to have a baby. At fucking 80. She is pregnant. She's 64. He's 80. His parents are going to be dead by the time he's like 7.
And he'll be a legend. Or she'll be a legend. I mean, whichever way it goes.
Whatever way.
They will be a legend. Whatever happens. If they can come to fruition, because that seems a little weird.
I didn't even think you can do that.
I mean, Tara's sister had a baby.
Isn't he shooting
in
fucking
her early
dust?
40s? And, that, whatever.
40s, okay, that sucks because then you get no sleep.
Yeah,
but okay, but
she wanted it.
80?
It was planned. She wanted it, but yeah, 80. Dude, you're done. Like, you will not see that kid. I mean, I love you, De Niro, but
I mean, unless it comes out to where they can freeze his ass and then bring him back.
Was this one of those accidents?
I would hope so.
Like, did the Jimmy break?
I really hope it was an accident, not planned at 80 and 64.
I don't think you just planned that shit. I think it was just like, we can't get it. Well, how are you not menopause at that point?
And again,
like, how are you functionally able to have a baby at 64?
And
unless
how
you're a
can
freak of
he
nature.
Shoot one out of his nutsack at 80? Like,
it's Robert De Niro. Yeah,
I mean, it's true.
I mean,
he's a legend. I get that.
Legends are legendary.
It's just wow. I was just shocked when I read that. I was like, this has got to be a joke, right? And I'm like researching it, and it's true.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Even like I said, he has an 11-year-old, which means even at 68, he knocked somebody up.
Which seems more probable.
Yeah, because but still crazy.
The other one would have been in their 50s, which is so
like
weird.
So think about it now. Like
those are fertile seeds, man.
Right?
God damn.
You're almost 40. Are you at the stage where like let's have another kid at this time and age?
Oh no, I'm fixed.
Yeah,
I got fixed after 2. I was like, no, I don't need a new car. It goes into my truck goes into a SUV, and then Tara's car turns into a minivan.
Yeah,
and then the house has to get bigger. And it's like
fuck a minivan.
No.
Yeah,
ain't gonna happen. So that was my thought process anyway. I know you have 3 and you have a nice truck, but the SUV.
I'm not fixed.
Oh, dude, it was the greatest thing I ever did.
But it's only because there's no fucking oven anymore.
Sure. Which you don't need it.
Yeah, so like there was no need for me to pay the money or whatever to go get fixed.
Gotcha.
But now I'm like, shit, she keeps threatening to divorce me. I don't want any more kids.
Oh, shit.
Maybe.
Now it comes out. Yeah, no, I got fixed and
Were you down for the count?
what?
One
3
guy I worked with, it was like a week and a half, and he's like, "Oh, I'm bruised.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it hurts."
Dude, no,
I'm like,
I had a buddy that he had the bad effect. And he asked me about my experience before he even did it. And I was like, oh, yeah, dude, fucking. See, I was very proactive in this because I knew I wanted 2 kids.
yeah,
And as soon as I knew I had my daughter and my son, that was it. There's nothing more for this. This is our family. And Tara comes from, 7 siblings.
which is crazy.
And she's like, but I'm not fucking having no more. So I'm like, perfect. Let's do this. So I was like, I'll take the heat. You literally sat through 2 crazy ass experiences. The least I can do is go in for fucking 45 minutes and get snip. So I fucking planned that out. I decided, I'm like, I heard an ad once and I laughed at it at the time, but it became all too real for me on sports radio. It was Vast Madness. And that's exactly how they said it, because they still do it to this day.
Really?
Same fucking commercial, because it's that good. And it's basically like one of the local institutes here does a vasectomy special during March Madness,
Interesting.
because the whole premise is that you can't do shit. You're perfectly fine if you're just chilling. But if you get up and try to do anything,
So you can sit there.
it's like somebody's kicking you in the nuts. So the whole premise is like, hey, what better time to take 3 days off on the couch than during March Madness when you can watch basketball
That is true.
the whole time. So I took this to the next level, which I realized when I got there and told him, I'm like, I'm here for the Vast Madness. This is all scheduled, but the receptionist, I was like there to do it. And you had to pop Valium before you go in.
Damn.
Because they're
Yeah.
doing in and out procedure on your nuts. So they gave me Valium, which
They
was
just put the rubber band around it, right? And just
I don't know what they
like
did.
like they do with the bulls. They just kind of fucking put a rubber band on there and just snip and.
Yeah. I'm not really sure actually, because I was pretty fucking high. Like I don't
You were
do,
enjoying
I
life.
don't do very good on prescription type drugs.
Yeah.
But like if I'm supposed to take it, I'm not like anti doing it. I really don't like painkiller type things. I'm an ibuprofen, acetaminophen guy. But when it comes to like Valium, that was fun.
See, and I
So
might
I
be
wrote-
afraid to take it just because painkillers stop me from breathing.
Well, yeah, and painkillers
So
are
it would-
nasty.
it
Like
would
opiates.
worry me. Yeah.
Like, no way, man. But Valium, that shit was fun as fuck.
Interesting.
I rolled up into that place. I was just like, I'm here for the Vast Madness. And then she's just like, okay.
Would have been funny if you had like a foam finger.
What's your name? Well, hold on. It gets cool. And so I tell him and I go in and do the thing. And so I planned this very perfectly. So I had the procedure done on Thursday morning, which I believe was roughly St. Patty's Day that year. And it was early in the morning. It was like 8:00. Got in there, rolled up in there. Dude's like, hey, you gonna watch the basketball tournament? I was like, yes, I am. He's like, who do you got? Blah, blah, blah. And he started talking to me, and I was just, like I said, happy as fuck, And before I know it, he's done. I'm like, that's it? He's like, yeah, you're good. I'm like, okay, well, let's roll. And they sent me home with a fucking package, big ass bag that had a free pizza delivery. It had bags of peanuts. It had bags of actual frozen peas that you can go home and put them in their freezer and then use them, because they're the best when you do that, because they
Kind of
wrap
form,
around everything so nicely. Like they're amazing. So it had peas. It had a Boise State fucking giant flag.
Boo.
There was a little foam finger. Yeah, by the way. Since he said it, fuck Idaho. Anyway, it was and then it had all sorts of other shit, like just like free this, free that. Like it was like a surprise package.
That's cool.
And had like stress balls and just it was super
'Cause they
cool, dude.
took your balls.
And Yeah, I just went home and laid on the couch and was just watching the game. That first day, I was just like, this is the greatest weekend off ever.
Right?
I'm like, let's do this. Watching fucking basketball, fucking no more kids.
Yeah, because I guess
I'm
really
I'm mandated to beat off.
can't even drive. Can't even drive to.
No, you could drive.
No. You can't even drive. When this is done, it's so bad you cannot drive.
Oh, yeah.
So
no.
she has to take the kids to school. You cannot do anything.
Cut that out. Yeah, you cannot get off the couch. Period.
You're gonna have to give me a bedpan.
Can you wipe me, please? But yeah, I laid there and watched fucking basketball the whole weekend. My bracket sucked ass that year, so there wasn't a whole hell of a lot of fun. And then come day 2, I was like, dude, this has been fucking nothing. My ass hurts. So I got up and damn near strutted to the kitchen before it felt like somebody reared back and kicked me in the fucking nuts so hard that they were in my throat. And I was just like, oh, God. So I went and laid back down. I was like, all right, more basketball. Let's go.
Yeah.
And watched it the whole weekend. So that's my experience. It was the greatest 3 days of my life. Everything was very smooth. I didn't have any problems, no complications. But when they say don't walk around for 48 hours,
Don't do it.
don't fucking do it. It does hurt. But
I'll probably end up like.
I didn't have the bruising like my buddies did.
Yeah. See, I've only heard a few that did.
I feel really bad for those that did.
So
I've seen pictures.
Is it just like they went to the wrong kind of place and they just didn't do it right, or is it like
it's
something inside that could happen to you?
according
Like,
to
you know what I mean?
doctors, it's how your body reacts.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's,
Yeah.
I really don't know, man. But there's vast get it, vast
Yeah.
difference between those two.
Dan had it done too, didn't he?
I believe so. I know
Probably not the
Josh
same
did.
time because Dan's not a sport guy.
Yeah, no, I don't think he gave.
He's
a
not
fuck.
into sports balls. So
But if you are,
that seems like a good time. Like,
that's madness.
because see, I was just thinking like, if I do it around then I've got that, and I can like get a little cart and wheel it out with my little TV and Xbox, and I can just do both: watch the game and play some zombies.
Sitting kind of sucks though.
Yeah, but see, I when I'm on my couch, I don't usually sit. I'm laying down, which is probably why I fall asleep on the couch.
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
as long as you're, it was a whole like kind of layout thing.
Yeah.
Sitting up because the blood pooled in your nuts.
Oh yeah. It's like last night. Sorry, Jesus. Southside Matt came over. And we sat on the front porch like a couple old dudes and played cribbage and drank.
Jesus.
Yeah. Watched the kids riding their bikes, and we were just sitting out on the porch. It was nice out. Then I ran to the grocery store, got home at 9, sat down on the couch, started watching TV with my wife. Remember making it through one TV show episode with her. And I guess we started another one. So I'm saying this is probably like 9:30, 9:45 when we started the next one. I then remember waking up at 2 a.m. I don't know what I was watching. I don't know when I fell asleep. I just know I laid down. I was fine at the time.
Was there a call in?
Yeah, it was my mom.
Oh shit! I've heard that's a fun call in, man. You should hit her back.
I am right now. Let's see how this works.
Still feel bad I didn't get to hang out with them. It was just awkward timing.
Yeah, it's because they took too long. Like, she literally lives 20 miles away in Wendell. It is not that far.
It was an accident.
Oh, okay. I was just podcasting with Chase, and so I was like, oh, I better call back. She
Hello.
knows I'm podcasting.
Oh no, I was an accident. I met a track meet, and
Ah.
I was trying to put the phone away, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm calling somebody." Not only calling them, I'm FaceTiming them.
Yeah, say hi to Chase.
Well, hello.
Oh, Chase.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, hi, Chase. Good.
Excellent. Beautiful weather for a track
Okay.
meet.
All right, Mom.
Yes, it's beautiful. All right, Jessica's gonna kick back.
All right, tell her running is stupid and she's a moron.
Well, okay, whatever.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
She actually, like, she's really good at it, at running.
At running from nothing.
Yeah. She got recruited by Hawaii and signed a deal. She's going to go to school in Hawaii next year for their track,
That's about as fucking cool as I've heard.
which
lately.
is awesome.
If there's ever a place to run track, A, you're in fucking Hawaii.
Right.
B, they're actually pretty fucking good when it comes to track. And C, you're in fucking Hawaii.
So, like, my brother's telling me all these schools, like, he traveled with her and he took her to all these schools that were trying to get her to come there. Like, I mean, she had them all, LSU, like, all these big ones. And then he goes, yeah, next week we're going to Hawaii. I was like, that's done. She's going there. He's like, why you say that? I was like, what fucking high school girl is going to turn down Hawaii.
And I hear it's beautiful. Like the campus is
Yeah.
gorgeous. Like,
And-
why wouldn't you?
Yeah,
If you got an
it's-
offer from Hawaii, why not spend your college years in fucking
Right?
Hawaii? I believe it's in Honolulu, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Just the football team plays in a high school stadium.
I mean,
right
the
now.
Rainbow Warriors, you know.
Well, they used to be the Rainbow Warriors. They
Yeah.
are officially the Warriors.
Well, we all know what the real name is.
Agreed.
Yeah, I thought that, I mean, kudos, proud of her. That's awesome. But fucking running is stupid. And it's not, I keep saying track. She's fucking cross country.
Dude, running's only
even
stupid
more
until
stupid.
it pays the bills. And if it puts you through college,
Cross country, though.
god damn, that's the worst kind of running.
Exactly.
That's the running forever.
And my mom goes and watches. He's like, what do you watch? 10 seconds that she runs by and then you sit there with nothing?
Was that the track meet she was at?
Yeah.
Oh, so what was she in a hurry for?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Was it about to start? I was going to say, it should
I
be
don't
about
get
to
it.
finish. Oh,
Yeah.
no, it probably maybe just started.
Maybe. I mean, it's only 5:30 in Wendell, so
It's like watching a NASCAR race
Yeah.
and they only pass you twice.
it'd be like I would love to be able to afford and have the money to go to Vegas during the Formula One and watching that. But yeah, how often will you actually see the car? You heard about that, right? The
at Formula One?
It's coming in Vegas
Yeah, so Formula One, you only get to see it 57 times, approximately.
for like a split. Like,
Yeah,
oh shit,
at
I
least in
missed it.
NASCAR, you get fucking 250.
Yeah,
And-
I've never been to a NASCAR race. I would love to.
I haven't either, so do I.
I need to hit up my father-in-law because he's huge on it.
Oh, dude, I've always appreciated fucking NASCAR, like races and stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard to watch. I watched the last 25 laps like anytime.
Same
I can,
here.
though. Anytime I can.
So last year during the man camp golf trip we did, everybody left Sunday morning, and my dad and I stayed till Monday. And part of the day, because we went to take a walk and it started raining, we just sat in this camper and watched the end of the last 25 laps of one of the races. And
Yeah, the one a couple weeks ago, dude, it was beastly.
I need to start watching it more.
There's overtime. I didn't know there was fucking overtime.
Me either. And speaking of sports balls and stuff, I'm actually joining a fantasy NASCAR league with my father-in-law next year, or this year, or whenever it's supposed to start. That's not me.
That's me. It's
Yeah.
Brandon.
Oh,
Should we plug him in?
okay. But if he talks bad about somebody,
Hey, Brandon.
You son of a bitch.
Hey, you're live on the Dad Podcast.
Oh, nice. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. So welcome. You're officially a call-in. What's going on, my dude?
I'm the first caller, huh?
You are not the first caller even of the day, but
you're the best one.
You're
This
the
is-
best.
yeah.
You're the best one. Your content is good.
Nice. Well, yeah, I was just calling to see if you got the saw work good for you.
Oh yeah, dude. So context on what's going on.
Totally
here.
forgot he works with you.
He works for me. If you want to get technical,
It's cool, Brandon. I know you run the place.
it's cool. It's cool. He does actually because I'm never there. But no, yeah. So I spent all day trimming limbs off my tree, but they were more like fucking trees growing off of my tree. Because when I dropped those, dude, there was a hell of a lot more wood there than I expected, and it did pretty good. Your blade's a little dull, so it struggled because some of this wood was pretty girthy. So it dropped them off pretty good, and then after that, I had to handsaw that shit all fucking day.
All fucking day.
But
I guess I should have brought you my other chainsaw too.
yeah, that one would have actually came in really handy because the other thing is like that one was cool for like the higher stuff, which is awesome. Really hard to control it right there.
Is it one of those like
It's a
long-
pole.
Oh, I've
like
got
a
one in
pole
my
end with an
garage,
8-inch,
yeah.
yeah. So great when you're extending it. The girthier stuff was a struggle, so I busted out my handsaw, and honestly, it's a really nice marathon fucking saw, and it did the trick, dude. I got a shitload of firewood. I'm exhausted. My shoulder hurts, and yeah, it did work good. So I tried cleaning it up. I threw that bar oil in there for you. Check your
Yeah,
blade.
those look nice.
Yeah, check your blade and everything because I wanted to return it nicer than I had it, but there you go.
I appreciate it, man.
Sweet.
Well, good.
So
Good. I'm glad it worked out for you.
hell yeah. Well, yeah, we love you. And,
I'm one of those that I'm like, fuck that. I pay somebody to do it for me.
dude. Even disposal, like they have that waste facility right next to my house now. and it was like $15 to go dump it because it was like a massive truckload.
See, that's not bad though. I mean,
no, because the dump's $10 and it's fucking 30-mile round trip.
Yep.
So yeah, it was easy, dude.
Yeah, fuck that. Just burn that shit.
That's even better.
Burn a bunch of green leaf woad.
Yeah,
yeah.
It'll smell good.
I don't have a property, asshole. I live in a subdivision. They don't like bonfires.
Just throw it in that fire pit.
I know, right? But I dude,
you'll be fine.
I got a shitload of nice firewood because, like I said, it's probably good 6-7 inch round, and they're dense and heavy, so they're curing on the side of the house. So we go camping.
Hell
man.
yeah,
We'll be packing heat. Let's fucking go. But yeah, dude, all the good, man. I really appreciate you hooking me up with that.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Hell yeah.
All right, boys. Well, you have a good podcast. I'll see you guys later.
All right, brother.
Later, man.
boys.
Yeah, no. So we used to have right in front of my house there. As you're looking at it on the left, there's massive pine tree, like taller than the house. And so we found this guy. Lex finds him. Lex likes to find people on fucking like Craigslist and Facebook and shit and hire them instead of like calling professionals.
Okay.
Which turns out perfect. So if he's still listening, this guy was awesome. I was like, what the fuck, dude? So I get a picture. I'm at work, and Southside Matt over here works from home sometimes. He's like, you expecting somebody? He sends you a picture. He goes, this dude's in your yard. Like taking pictures from his window.
Just some random
across
dude
the
that pulls
street.
up in a truck.
It was.
Like, like this dude's scoping shit out. Neighbors are like, what the fuck?
There's no marking. It's just like this gold, like suburban kind of thing. And he just gets out and starts walking around my yard, circling the tree. And I'm like, so it's like, thanks for being a good neighbor, Matt. But yeah, my wife found somebody. He's estimating what it'll cost to cut this tree down. Like it's been a problem. The roots are actually growing under our patio and our foundation. And then when he was looking at it, he was inspecting it. It's starting to grow under the neighbors too.
Oh, geez, that's a bitch.
I don't want to be responsible for that shit.
Hell no, dude. That's a bitch ass tree right there.
So we hired him to take it down. It was a hideous tree, anyways. The cat was always in there and shit. He showed up the day to take it down. He showed up. I'm working out in the garage. It was a nice day. One guy is all showed up. Just the owner. I'm like, no helpers? Nah, I work alone. I'm like, okay. I'm talking maybe 2 hours total. He took that entire tree down, got it into one small trailer. Like the whole fucking thing. It was awesome. And then he freaked me out a couple times because like he would fill the trailer up with the branches and shit, and then you see him standing there with a chainsaw and just, you're going to cut your fucking leg off. What are you doing?
Shit down in it.
But he did it. He got it all into the trailer.
Dude, I get it. When I looked at it today and I was like, I got the day off and I was like, you know what? Let's do this. So I went out there and I started fucking.
So you called up Brandon and said, bring me your shit.
Oh yeah, he gave it to me yesterday. So I was like, fuck it, let's do it. So everybody was gone at work and school and it was just me, turn on some music, let's go.
Yeah.
But dude.
Nice enough day for it.
Once I dropped those limbs, as I like to call them.
Were they loud?
Trees off of trees.
Smacking the ground, just boom.
They were pretty big, but they got leaves on them and shit now, so they hit pretty soft. But when I grabbed them out of the neighbor's yard, because it's right between our houses.
Oh, okay.
It's totally my tree, but when it hit the ground, I went to pull it into my driveway to break it down. I was like, holy fuck. This thing weighs like 400 pounds. So I had to put some fucking back into it, you know what I mean? And I'm like, wow. And then I looked up, I'm like, that was only half of it. So I dropped another one and a few more, dude. And I sat there. My whole driveway was just full of massive tree limbs.
See, and that might be the worst part is the cleanup after you take them down.
The tree looked great real quick, but then I had to clean everything up. And my whole goal was to take all the logs for firewood, because around here, there's a lot of people fucking camping, man. So unless you're scavenging for sticks or you have something to do it with.
And that shit you buy from the gas station and stuff, that stuff sucks.
Oh, dude, that shit's great for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sucks.
It's kiln dried. So
it's not cool.
Burns like that.
Dan's front yard tree. Dude, that shit burned forever. That was awesome.
And that's what I'm hoping on mine.
Yeah.
Because I pick them up and that cut them into little, 1.5 sections. It was heavy as fuck. It was dense.
Do you know if you guys are making the pine trip?
Pine?
Oh, were you drinking that much?
Oh yeah.
When we camped in Glens Ferry, we were
fucked
talking about pine. We planned a trip. Dan and Tana, us. We're gonna bring our side by side.
Was Tara involved?
Yes. Lex talked to Tara about it.
I'm sure it's on our calendar somewhere.
Okay.
She's the schedule maker.
Same here.
Yeah, I just do stuff. She's the one that tells me what to do.
If somebody's like, "What are you doing this weekend?" I was like, "I don't know, Lex. What am I doing this weekend?"
Like, hey babe, somebody wants to do something next weekend. She's like, nope. Okay. So,
Dude, when you text me tonight and said I was
bipolar
leaving,
spring, baby.
and I said Mountain Home or Nampa, I was still at work and my kids weren't even there yet. I probably left there like another 10 minutes later. Then I had to stop at a gas station, get a couple drinks, get my wife drink stuff, and I still was able to get here before you. I
Yeah, Coal
love
Road
having
sucks.
Gowan back open.
Oh, that's the greatest. I almost went to it because fuck Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Why not just go up a little bit further and then take the fucking bypass? It drops into your subdivision.
Yeah, and I don't take the freeway to Dan's when I go there for podcast when it's this early in the day.
You don't go.
I take Lake Hazel straight out, and then I come down
Oh.
because the freeway this time of night on a weeknight.
Oh, tell me about it. I do it every day.
Yeah, fuck that shit. So I'll just hop on Lake Hazel here. I'll take it out as far as it goes. It makes me, once I get to Nampa, I have to like turn down one road and then turn again.
Yeah, it kicks you out. What, Locust?
I think so. And then I go straight
Way
from
out
there. I
south,
go
dude.
straight to his, not Flamingo, but the other road, Middleton, whatever that one is.
Middleton, yeah.
I end up on this side of it, and then I come back this way and then over. It's just fuck the freeway.
Yeah.
Man.
Thing is, we live on very much the very north side of Nampa.
Yeah.
So you come in that far, it's like people don't realize how big Nampa is.
Oh yeah, it's fucking huge.
Yeah, if you're coming from basically clear out on 12th, South 12th, all the way to where we live,
Yeah,
that's a long fucking drive.
yeah, and I think
And it's a pain in the ass drive too.
yeah. So if you do, the only thing I don't like is the new fucking roundabouts they're starting to put in all those back roads
I
there.
do like them.
People
ever
don't
lived
know
out
how
there?
to use them.
Oh yeah. I mean, do they know how
I'll
to use
be-
a fucking
once in a while I
four-way
get
stop either?
That's true.
Yeah, but I feel like I've lived out there
Yeah,
in the, I like to call it the grid of roads, and everything's a fucking four-way stop, dude. And if there's like 30 cars at every stop sign, and it sucks. So I don't like the fact that
I would
they're-
like them better if people could use them right.
I would like them better if they didn't spend fucking $2 million to fucking make them all fancy.
They're talking
Like-
about putting one right here on Maple Grove and fucking Victory or something.
Dude, have you seen the ones in like Europe and shit? It's literally just a flat concrete with those plastic things sticking up so you
Yeah.
can just drive around. Why
You
does
don't
it
need
have
plants
to be?
and shit.
It doesn't have to be this elaborate thing that takes 8 fucking months
No
to build.
statue. We don't need
millions of
lights.
dollars and fucking statues and like, you know,
Don't
what I
need
mean?
a digital movie screen in the middle.
Come on, man. Like, I like the concept, but let's stop fucking
I
wasteful spending on that
I
shit.
do have to say I would take that over this bullshit they did on Cole and Victory and State Street and 36th. Where you can't take a left turn. You have to go like 2 blocks down and then flip a U-ey and come back.
Oh yeah, right in, right out, or right in, right out stuff.
Yeah, it's so dumb because what the
fucking-
fuck did
they
that
median
solve?
everything
You
off.
didn't solve anything. The lights don't go any faster. But now if you want to take a left turn, you have to come and then hope there's no traffic blocking
It cuts
the road.
out people cutting across traffic, but that's only because people are fucking assholes and don't know how to drive.
Yeah.
The rest of us could figure that shit out.
Yeah, there was no need
But
for
now
it.
you got to fucking change it for all the idiots.
So
now we're all
Cole,
fucking having
as
to
you
deal with
see,
that.
Cole gets backed up.
Cole needs to be fucking.
So from Victor to
5
whatever,
lanes.
it's backed up. So if you're coming to do that U-turn so you can turn left, you're going to sit at that fucking U-turn spot forever until the light turns for you. And then even then, you hope that somebody's not some asshole and is stopped all the way back to the light. Because it's not like there's any kind of blocking, any kind of...
Yeah, welcome to the Treasure Valley. Man.
Yeah, it's so dumb. I hate it. Hate it.
I do too. I do.
So-
and people may be listening in fucking big cities like whiny little bitches.
I can drive great
Like-
in California, Texas.
You
I'm
went
like,
you went
fuck it.
30 miles in fucking 22 minutes. Like shut your mouth.
Well, I tell you what, during the wintertime,
And I'm complaining.
I go, I think it's between 7 and 10 miles to my work from here. Takes me, one time it took me 2.5 hours to get there.
Yeah.
Because of, and I'm sorry to say this, I hate to say this because I'm from there, all these fucking Californians and they don't know how to drive in the snow. A little bit of white stuff hits the ground. If they're not out there trying to snort it up their nose, they're going 4 miles an hour.
We're trying to make snowballs and snort the snowballs.
I was like, God damn it. I get slowing down in the snow. I understand that. I grew up here. I know the snow. I remember back when it was 6-foot snow drifts.
I have no
get it.
problems driving in snow. It's when you get freezing rain like ice.
Yeah.
Ice sucks.
Which is
snow
cool.
is not a problem.
No, that's
people.
true. Yeah, it's the icy roads, but
Defensive
slowing
driving
down is fine.
Slow down, chill.
So
do your thing.
if you're in a 35, slow down to 20. 19 even, not 4 fucking miles an hour.
Oh yeah, crawling.
If you're that terrified of it, get the fuck off the road. Have somebody drive you. Like,
Yeah, and I get it because like even Tara, I mean, she comes from Central Valley, California, so when she started doing it, it freaked her out. She's like, I'm not using my car fucking sliding.
yeah,
Which makes sense. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like that's never existed in your life. I grew up with that. So like I was learning to drive and you just knew like it's fucking winter.
yeah. Snow days in school, you'd go to the
Yeah.
school parking lot and flip cookies and have
Fucking
fun.
cookies all day. And that's why
Yeah.
I tell Tara all the time. I'm like, I jump in the car. I'm like, hey babe, don't freak out, please. And I turn off traction control and just fucking punch it. Wow, fucking fishtailing. But I know how to control
Until
it.
I found out the back traction control of my truck. I was pissed because it wouldn't slide around corners.
Goddamn computers.
Yeah. And then I found that. I was like, oh, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you got to go in before you
Yeah.
even start. You got to turn all the fucking that shit off.
Yeah. No 4-wheel drive, no
Yeah.
traction control.
Like it's all good unless I know what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can't fucking turn that off and start flipping some fucking cookies and because I can control that shit. Like it's a controlled spin out. Like, but that's where I grew up with that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so I get it.
Back
but,
then, they didn't have fucking traction
but
control.
but goddamn, like people, your car is more capable than you think. And if
Yeah.
not, buy some fucking studded snow tires. They're amazing.
Prepare for the weather.
Yeah.
Like I
Y'all
get it.
got
In
money.
California, you
Let's
might not
go.
have had this different weather, but you're moving to a place that
Yeah.
does. Do a little research
Yeah.
before you come here.
Put some fucking snow tires on. Buy an all-wheel drive vehicle.
Don't know what
Dude,
you're doing. Les
all-wheel
Schwab will help
drive-
you out.
All-wheel drive vehicles are the least fun vehicles in the snow because
Yes.
they handle too fucking well all the time, and you can't do nothing about it.
You know what fun vehicles in the snow are? Fucking Dan's Mustang they traded in.
Holy shit, that would be a blast, man. Talk about fuck.
I hear the Teslas that he
Figure
got
eight.
are the same way.
Is his all-wheel drive?
I don't know.
or is it? I know.
I just heard
it's a
they're not
motor
any better in the
per-
sun or in the snow. In the,
Or
in
no,
the snow.
I think he said his is all-wheel drive.
Oh, fuck that shit. Dan sucks.
That's why he got it because he didn't want the two-wheel drive because it's a rear wheel.
Yeah.
Who wants rear-wheel drive car in the winter because that's the worst thing you can drive.
Mhm. How far from Dan's house do you actually live?
1.4 miles.
Fuck you. And you brought your camper? My wife didn't
I
let
thought
us
you
bring
did.
ours. I was supposed to. And then last
I
night
took
she
your
goes,
spot. He had it ready for you.
Yeah,
and
she's
then I
like-
pulled in. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, dude, he's not going.
Yeah,
Or he's not bringing it.
She decided, because Dan asked me, and I was like, I hope so. That was the plan. She
Yep.
goes, no, I want to come home that night.
And, until you get there and at the end of the night, you're like, wish we had our trailer.
Right. Because, I mean, we didn't even leave there till like 2:30.
I know.
It was awesome.
I know. And she cut off like way before that. And you can just tell she's just like, should have had my fucking trailer.
Right? Yeah.
You
Go
can
to bed.
you can
I'll
see
stay out
it.
here
She
and
got
play.
it. Like she understood like why we do that with the kids and everything.
Yep. Her and Riley could have gone to bed. I'd have stayed up there and hung out and played. I might not have slept that night.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And we didn't do shit, dude. Like I literally grabbed that in like 5 minutes because my storage unit is literally between our houses.
Oh, nice.
So I just dipped in, hooked up.
Yeah.
We threw some blankets and pillows in because we weren't staying in it.
No, and
we
it's
just
not
had-
like you needed to fill it with water or have the toilet running
Nothing.
or anything. You just
Yeah, except they use the toilet.
What? Your
fuckers.
kids? Or did Josh and Dan?
No, no.
Like, I'll show
They
him.
definitely have the respect not to do that. But however, yes, my wife and kids did. They did not too, so they understood. They didn't want to drop deuce in there, but does not change.
You still got to clean that shit out.
what I had to do the next
Yeah.
day, and unfortunately, that was a fucking nightmare.
Did you have to run a hose into the toilet and hose it out from the inside of the camper?
So, I went to fucking Caldwell where I dumped by the bowling alley, and I had to wait because they had an equestrian event at the fairgrounds, which is where it's at. It's free dump, so whatever. And they always have a hose there, like, and I use it. Everything's great. I get in, get out, go home. Well, I sat there
That's
and
pretty
waited,
nice, yeah.
waited for fucking 25 minutes for this fucking guy, which mad respect because he had some type of physical disability. And he fucking killed it. Like I was watching him do
Yeah, I
his
take
shit.
back
I was
my
like,
eye roll then.
I was like, God damn. I was like, you're doing really good, dude. But still, it took for fucking ever. So I get up there and I go to grab the hose. And the hose is shredded halfway.
Oh, shit.
And I didn't have a hose. And I was like, fuck. So I was like, okay. So I had to go all the way home, get my hose. And then I'm like, I'm not going back to Caldwell. So I went over to this Maverick over by the sugar beet factory. Went over there, and there's a fucking line,
Ugh,
3 deep.
Jesus.
And I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm not going all the way back to fucking
Like an
Caldwell.
hour and a
Like,
half
I
of
gotta
waiting,
get this
yeah.
done. Like, I gotta put the trailer away. There's literally 5 pisses in it, but I don't
That
want my
sucks,
fucking
dude.
trailer
Yeah.
smelling like fucking piss forever.
Going to take that out in the end of the month. And
Yeah,
it's
this
just
is a
bad.
2021. Like, it's new. Like, no. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. Well, I'll just sit there and fucking smoke weed and vape and check
Enjoy
my
it.
fantasy shit
Yeah.
and just sit there and fucking do my thing. So I finally get up there and get it all done, dude. And it was 2.5 hours to dump
Holy
the fucking
shit.
trailer, dude. 2.5 fucking hours of my day off just to dump
Damn.
5 pisses that they could have done in the yard.
That's crazy.
But I will know that in the future.
Yeah.
And I will prepare for that. And put
Duct tape
fucking
that
duct
shit
tape
close.
the shit out of that and cellophane it and be like, bitches.
Pee outside or in Dan's house.
Yeah. Unless you're taking shits over a whole weekend and you don't
Yeah.
get to use this at a party. There's a fucking toilet inside. There's a
absolutely no
yard.
need, yeah.
Like you could go wherever the fuck you want right here. Don't use that because that was the worst part. But honestly, bringing the trailer is the greatest thing ever because you just fucking plug it
Yeah. When we first
and
pulled
you've got
up,
your home.
I was like, Chase brought his camper, and I just gave her like this little.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, I took your spot, dude. He had you all set up in the driveway, and I was gonna pull up in front of Josh's, and he was gonna
gotcha.
run out to me because we'd already planned it because you were
Yeah.
supposed to be there.
Yeah, and then
And then-
she changed her mind for some reason. and
Yeah, I don't ever,
Fucking women.
dude. That's worth the fucking drive because driving home at 2:30 in the morning, you know what I
It
mean?
sucked.
Especially
Well,
like she had a good time all day, and she was totally fine to drive, but
I'm not
she
gonna lie.
could have partied the rest of the night.
Lex is the one that drove home.
Yeah, obviously.
Look, I made it all the way to Top Golf before I fell asleep. Okay,
So
so
you didn't help her navigate? Damn, dude. That's
let
a
her
party
navigate.
foul.
You get on the freeway, you drive here.
You just gotta keep talking to her, like, and then try not to puke or do anything along those lines.
So
but-
crazy enough, how do I word this? I didn't have a hangover, but I did. Like it wasn't a.
I didn't feel great.
Yeah, it wasn't. I'm sick and I'm gonna vomit hangover, but I was like,
I got all sorts of shit done.
it was
kind of
like the empty, just tired. And
Yeah.
I sat on the couch and she went upstairs. I'm like, all right, so I took multiple naps on the couch. I could have done something, but it was
everybody
like,
napped all day, and except for me.
I didn't want to. I got up. I was up by 9.
I wish I did.
I was up by 9. I showered. I got dressed, came downstairs, and then she's watching TV. So I'm like, all right. So I sat here, played on my phone.
Well, I spent all day dumping
Then-
the trailer.
I guess she was probably the same way. She was just tired and not.
Yep.
So I snore, according to her.
According to Tara, I do too.
Yeah. I don't have proof of this.
Allegedly.
Yes, exactly.
Allegedly.
So when we went to bed that night, she was, I can already tell that I'm not going to be able to sleep and you're going to snore. I was like, sorry. And I went to bed. So I guess she went
falls asleep
downstairs.
first, so I never have to worry about it.
That was the whole, that's like my whole plan. She goes to bed way before me.
Yeah, Tara too.
Right? So you should be asleep by the time I come up to bed.
Yep.
So that my snoring, air quotes here, doesn't bother you.
Yep. But I also fall right back asleep, so I was like, just fucking punch me and
Yeah. That's
be
what
like,
I told her. Like,
and I'll roll over and fall back asleep. Like, I'm not going to be up all night.
instead she yells at me. I'm like, okay, don't get angry with me. I can't control it. But yeah, I don't know, nudge me, kick me, punch me in the arm, whatever. Don't get pissed off and yell at me. I'm sorry that you can't sleep through it.
Yeah, because then I'm waking up in a weird ass dream.
Yeah.
Where people are yelling, and I'm like, what the fuck?
And I tell her
all
all the
bad.
time too. I was like, look, if it gets bad, wake me up, tell me to move to the couch. I'm fine with that. Obviously, as I found out again last night, I can sleep on the couch just fine.
Yeah, I definitely won't move when she wakes me up. I'll readjust so I don't snore.
I try
But
to.
I ain't moving to the couch.
I don't care. You know what I mean? Like,
She's definitely
Whatever.
gone to the couch and the bed and stuff.
well, that's what Lex does. She'll get up and go down to the couch. I'm
That's
like,
when I have like allergies and stuff.
And
And
then-
everything's like
Yes.
bad. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
and then I find out this year I have a deviated septum on one side. It is
me too.
way fucking tiny. He couldn't even get the kid-sized nose camera up there. It's so small,
Oh, that's cute.
right? So, again,
It's a little and tiny.
I have no control. It's a medical problem. I
Tara
don't care.
just goes and takes over the kid's bed.
Yeah. Just say-
She's like, fuck the couch. I'm going to the
Dude,
kid's
we
bed. It's
could-
way more comfortable.
like, okay, skip Carter
memory
because
foam.
you'd have to make it through the jungle and all the fucking creatures in his room. And he's only got a full size. But Alyssa and Riley both have Memory foam, adjustable, queen size beds.
Oh yeah, all day.
Yeah, kick them out.
Yep.
Take their bed.
Yep. So my kids are got that shit rolled up in a nice tight little package. You're like, that's a fucking mattress?
That's what our bed we got at Costco. Our newest mattress, I think it was pricey, but I think it was like $700. And I only do that because
For mattress?
it was fucking cheap.
That's dirt cheap. Mine was $4,000.
And it's like one of those, it's like, what are they, Ghost? One of those, or Purple or Ghost? It's like that.
Yeah, okay.
So we bought it at Costco. They were having a sale.
What size?
It's king.
A $700 king?
Exactly. So we couldn't pass it up.
Dude.
So we bought it. We get it home
That's
and we're
retarded.
rolling. That is the nicest mattress I have ever slept on. It is awesome. It is one of those it's like this big in the box.
Yep.
Cut the plastic and then it raises. Oh my God, it is so nice.
Bro. So we started when we bought our house, it was 2009, and they gave us $8,000 to do it because they wanted people to buy houses back then, remember? So
Yeah.
we had all this extra money, so part of what we're like, well, we spend half our life in our fucking bed. Let's get a nice bed. So that's when we bought our first bed. It was probably like $1,800 or something at the time. And
For the mattress?
for the mattress. Yeah, just the mattress. We had that shit for 3 years, and it started caving in the middle, and we had the warranty.
Doesn't that suck?
Yeah, but we called out our warranty people, and they're like, "Yep, it failed."
What kind did you get? Do you know?
The original one was a Serta
Oh, okay.
Perfect
Okay.
Sleeper, I think. So they gave us $1,800 to go in and buy a new one
That's awesome.
after 3 years. So we're like, sweet. So we upgraded. You know, at that time, it's like,
Yeah,
well,
why
let's spend an
not?
extra $1,000 and get like something nice. So we got a sort of iComfort, which is a hybrid, and it was actually really comfy for a long time. It failed after 8 years.
Damn, well,
This was 2 years ago.
I mean, it sucks,
this
but
was a
8
year
years
ago.
is pretty good for a mattress.
Yeah,
so.
this is a year ago now. So I'm like, man, we're pretty close to their 10-year warranty. So I hit them up. We're like, hey, come out and check it. And I'm not going to lie. I kind of like walked down the middle of it a little
of
bit.
course,
just to
you know.
kind of crush it in a little, just to
Yeah.
emphasize what I already knew. And sure enough, dude, they were like, yeah, here's $2,900 to fucking go in
Damn.
and buy another one. So once again, we went in, except now we were in the elite section.
Where is there just like a sort of store there?
It's RC Willie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we have the warranty, and they legitimately fail. We didn't fake it. Like, okay, I may have walked down the middle of it, but
But it's still not faking. You just
No.
kind of like
I knew the fact that the middle
spruced it up a bit right before they came.
insurance.
Yeah.
is what it was.
Yeah.
And so we just got our new one, and yeah, it was like $4,000, and I would never pay $4,000 for a mattress, but I've done it
Right.
over 10 years.
That's a
So-
good used car.
Yeah, exactly. So, but my new bed is fucking fantastically phenomenal.
That's
it
awesome.
Still has a 10-year warranty.
Jesus.
All things apply. So I've literally like upgraded my mattress through the course of our togetherness to the point where it's like I'm driving a fucking Ferrari, or I'm sleeping in a Ferrari.
Actually, my mattress in my camper is a Satva
Yeah, I wish my camper
because I got it for free.
is better. Tara likes it, so
The downside is
Fucked.
I had to take the doors off because my bedroom had 2 sliding doors that would close. Well, the mattress is against the walls, just like my head and my feet are when I sleep on it.
sacrifice is made, dude.
Yeah, it's a comfortable mattress. But yeah, so now we have that's why we have the black curtains. I removed the doors and we hung the curtains instead as a doorway because there's no way a door is sliding in between that mattress and the wall.
Well, no, and I've seen it. And honestly, it looks really good. So
Dude, it
I'd
So
sacrifice.
comfortable.
The whole point is to sleep in the goddamn thing.
exactly.
So fuck the doors.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
anybody
need
else out
doors.
there, they can listen to you snore.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Or do the hibbity dibbity, whatever.
Hee-oh.
You're in my camper, you're going to hear all my
Yeah,
noises.
you're gonna feel it rocking anyway. So if it's a rocking, get the fuck out.
Yeah, right. Unlike Dan, dude, I won't stop. So
Yeah. Nope. No courtesy here. Dan is courteous.
I remember that in Garden Valley. Him and Tanner were trying to get freaky deaky with it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Amelia was knocking on the door.
Yeah.
And then told Josh that they weren't answering. So then Josh goes and knocks while they're trying to do it. And Dan just finally gave up. I'm like, fuck that. I'd keep going.
It is pretty hard to maintain a boner when reality strikes.
Sometimes.
It just depends how into it you are and how many beers you had.
That's what I said. If I've got enough in me,
Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck.
and
If I'm
like,
sober trying to get laid, like there's a little more of the conscientious
Yeah.
factor. Sorry,
no, I get it. I get what you're saying.
my verbiage is struggling.
How do you feel about Pete Davidson?
I don't really like him.
Okay.
He's
Then
not bad. I just don't really like him.
So there's a show on Peacock called Bupkis, where
I see the previews, yeah.
it's like about his life, but obviously there's some actors like Joe Pesci plays his grandpa.
Yeah.
In real life, Joe Pesci's not his grandpa.
Yeah.
But it is fucking hilarious.
He got famous somehow.
Yeah. So there was the very first episode, he has the VR on, and he's like in the basement of his mom's house, or technically his house because he pays the mortgage, but she lives upstairs, whatever. And he's watching porn on the VR.
Ooh.
Which
that's a thing?
I guess so, and I'm gonna have to check it out
Nice.
because, like, Lex, like, have you watched porn? Not yet. I will now.
It's a little interactive, but can't say you can't. You got to know. You got to know.
So it literally,
That's
like,
just a guy.
I mean, it looks like you're the one fucking this girl. Like it looked like he was fucking her from behind. So he's like stumbling around as this is going on, trying to find the lotion. They starts masturbating, right? A mailman comes to the
Lotions
window
for rookies.
and is like looking through the window at him. He's like, "Get out of here! This isn't your preview show or something like that." And then he just keeps going. He's like, "You're in it now. You're part of this." And it's like making the mailman stand there and watch him masturbate. Then his mom comes downstairs with the laundry and he ends up blowing his load with his mom.
Oh no!
And yeah, like he goes upstairs. She goes, "I'm gonna go put these back in the wash." And he goes upstairs. She's still wearing the same fucking tank top. And he's like, "I'm going." And she's like trying to talk to him. She's like, "What about dinner?" He goes, "I think it's best if we don't see each other for a while."
Yeah. See, that's why masturbation has to be something that
Lock
is
the fucking
100% private.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. Nobody's any the wiser. Everybody knows it happens constantly, but it's culpable deniability.
Well, that's what I told
You don't
Lex,
know
like,
that it's happening. You do, but you don't know.
the one time I actually
we're good.
put on the VR and I try that, somebody's gonna come home early.
Oh my god! The worst thing
And
you
I'm
can do is
being-
cover your eyes.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
being. You don't. So he must have heard or something. Because I'm telling you, have you tried one of those VRs?
Yeah. Oh, they're very immersive.
You don't see shit
No.
around you.
No, you are in whatever you're doing.
I have punched the table in the wall so many times bowling
Yeah, that's the scariest thing.
that
I've seen, like we've discussed, crazy wounds.
yeah.
to say that, to just keep it generic.
So how he saw the mailman, obviously it was all, I mean, part of the show. But
The mailman?
when he was masturbating, he saw the mailman through the window. So
That's
I don't
when you
know
really wish it was a male woman.
how that was obvious. And then he's like, he told him, "Get out of there." And then he said, "Never mind, you're part of this now. You're gonna sit here and watch." But
You got to finish with it.
so yeah, as he's leaving, he's telling his mom we shouldn't see each other for a while because he just came on her shirt.
Yeah.
This is like supposedly like hours later, right? And he's like, "Are you still wearing the shirt?" And she's like, "Well, I'm gonna do biking later, and I don't want to dirty another shirt." He's like,
Oh my god.
he's leaving. He's like, "Change the fucking shirt."
Hold on. So what's this show called?
Bupkis.
Bupkis.
There's a lot of funny parts. There's a lot of like, it's boring, whatever. But it's like I said, it's based off of his life.
I hate those shows that you really have to. You're just struggling through it to get to those parts.
Well, it starts off strong. That
Okay,
very
good.
first episode, like right away, I'm just laughing, crying. I'm laughing so hard.
Oh, good.
But then there are a couple in between where it's like, it was good enough. Now I like Pete
Sometimes the
Davidson.
setup is too much.
Yeah, I like Pete Davidson, but I literally binge watched all 9 episodes in one day.
Damn.
So it was good enough for that. But
Yeah, that's
again,
pretty good, dude.
I like him. So
That's
I don't
what,
know
like-
how it would be
that's
if
what,
you
like
don't.
7 hours watching.
Yeah, if you don't like him, I don't know.
I mean, I don't not like him. I just don't. I don't buy the hype.
I don't do a lot of his stand up, but like I loved King of Staten Island. I thought that was a great movie.
The Kardashian thing ruined him for me.
Yeah.
I hate that poppy, fucking rich ass bullshit culture,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's what's.
I'm not a
really
Kardashian fan
got
at all.
him to where he's at. You know what I mean? Like
You don't think it was the girl? Was it Ariana Grande?
I like
who said he
the-
had a huge cock and wrote a song about him?
well, I mean, if he has a huge cock, then
Awesome.
it's a moot point to me.
Dude, he
because
fucking hates it. He hates it. She said it. There was an interview with him, and
that's
he
why.
said,
well, yeah, because
Fuck
every
that.
girl's gonna be like, "Ow, it hurts. Ooh, don't."
or
stop.
he's like, now I'm stuck with people think I have this.
Well,
huge
that's why he's
cock, man.
famous.
Like,
Then I was unaware of his member. So if that's the case,
So it has nothing to do with his years on SNL.
well, that makes more sense to me. Well, because he's good on fucking Weekly Update. Like, what else was in there? Like,
yeah,
I didn't think he was that good. But if he has a huge member,
Yes,
makes all
SNL wasn't huge for me with him. I love SNL for certain people, but yeah, his characters, But
I mean, they're not bad. They're just not great.
I grew to like him with his movie King of Staten Island.
I've heard that's really good, actually.
It is, and it's also kind of based on his life, just like Bupkis.
That has a little more drama to it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
a little more like true acting.
Yeah,
Which is fine. Just I don't know, his comedy, his stand up, his
yeah. I don't think I've ever seen any of it actually.
I don't.
Well, maybe one because I knew his dad died because I saw some stand up where he talked about because his dad died at 9/11.
Yeah.
His dad was one of the firefighters at 9/11.
Yeah, I did not know that.
And he talked about that.
Respect for that.
He talked about that on one of his shows, but that's also brought up in his other shows, King of Staten Island and now Bupkis. It's talked about, and somebody's like, "I didn't know that." I was like, "Yeah, he's talked about it, so I knew that." But I've never gotten into like he's definitely not Bert Kreischer or Tom Segura.
You touched that
To
very
me.
essentially.
Dude, I fucking love Bert.
You need to cross your legs a little tighter because I see your boner. You touched his face and you're like, ah. And I'm like, bro.
That's my birdie boy. Yeah, he's not there as far as stand up. I it's like I'm gonna pay $150 or something to go watch Pete Davidson.
Hell no.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't pay the $200. I'm willing to
I'd
pay
pay $40
to go see Piff the Magic Dragon and Piffles.
I'm gonna tell you that would be fun as fuck.
It's such a great show,
He's funny as fuck.
right? It would be
But
so
Jesus
worth
Christ,
it to me.
$200 in the Egyptian. Come on,
I
man.
get it. It's ridiculous. That like it'd be better if it was like $100 and it's 200 in Vegas.
It's gonna sell out, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what we think. But
When I saw him, it was the other night we were going down. It was actually Sunday night when we. So I slept all day, napped on and off all day, and then we had to go to dinner with her grandma down at Wise Guys. And so we're parked and we're walking to Wise Guys, and I saw it. I'm like, oh my fucking God, Piff is coming. I love that guy. I wanted to see him in Vegas, but he wasn't there when we were there. Now I know why. The fucker's on tour. And so Lex told me yesterday she was trying to get tickets, but they're $200 a piece. I'm like, I replied back, that sucks. Totally worth it, in hopes. But
wink, wink.
yeah,
She's
one of those great things.
Hell no.
Yeah, she just
See,
bought
that's $400 before we get drunk.
and
that
she
night.
just bought us a pool. So then now it's really out. I'm like, damn it,
Yeah, and a brand new air conditioner and furnace and water heater.
dude. It was needed. The ours 21, 22 years old.
It's pretty good. I'm on the same thing.
Yeah.
I replaced my air conditioner 3 years ago, so it's brand new. But the furnace is original.
Yeah,
And every time they come, they're like, "I'm not sure how it's working."
that's what this guy said about our water heater too.
I've had a Frankenstein. I have buddies in the industry, and they've taken care of me over the years. And they're not like
There you go.
half-assed. Like they know what's up.
Yeah,
But they've definitely
been there to keep it running.
it's on life support and it works great. So I'm just waiting for the day that I have to buy the new water
Well,
heater.
you saw by looking over the fence how tiny our last one was,
That's ridiculous for the size of your house,
right?
dude.
And Southside Matt across the street, his went out last summer. He had to borrow a couple fans for a few weeks, and then they got it repaired. And I was like 20-something years old when Lex talked about it. I was like, yeah,
That's
I
still
don't
good.
want.
If you're getting 20 years out of your fucking air conditioner
Yeah.
and furnace, that's
I don't
that's
want to.
money well spent.
I don't want to hit like 110 and then it goes out and we're fucked.
Yeah, it's happened to me.
So we did the deal with Costco. We went through the Costco, the Lennox A1. Like the guy was great. To add on to it, he's also a fucking Cowboys fan, which made it even better. So we talked football.
Yeah, no, I threw up in my mouth. It burns.
But it's
Antacids or something.
yeah, I do. I'll get you some
If
inside.
you're going to continue.
I keep them for when I watch Buffalo games.
Oh, nice. You're going to see more of them this year.
I honestly hope
Oh,
so.
schedule's coming out.
I do think they are one of the teams that it's like one of those like you want them to do good. You know what I mean? Like it's like we talked last time. Like they're just always been right in the middle. Like you want something big for them.
Yep. Got
And
a
I
lineman, got a
love-
tight end in the
I
draft.
love their players. Did they keep Cole? Is Beasley back this year?
I haven't seen. He's active roster, but
Because I remember
They
he
haven't made
retired
cuts.
and then they brought him back, and I was like,
no, he's in there. He's in the mix.
Okay.
But, active rosters and stuff won't happen until this fall.
I don't like his rapping career, but I fucking love Beasley as a football player.
I just like the fact that he's fucking a fun dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's just out there fucking scrapping for fucking every first down. Like
Doesn't care either.
Like
He'll
we've talked
fucking-
about the great white hype before.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is the guy that'll get you that first down when it's 3rd and 4, and he'll come across the middle and fucking sacrifice.
Tiny
his body
fucking guy, but
to
he will
suck that
run into
fucking
a
ball in.
300-pound guy. Yeah.
Dude, and he gets fucking lit up. And dude, he's the great white hype.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's the greatest short yardage man in the game.
Am I disappointed he's no longer a Cowboy? Yes. Am I cool with him being a Buffalo Bill? Hell yeah.
I was stoked that I was pissed that they got rid of him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or released him.
Yeah.
And then he went and fucking to Tom Brady. I think he won a fucking championship, didn't he?
I don't remember.
No. They didn't win that year. Then he came back to Buffalo.
Yep. Yeah, I was glad he
And-
came back.
And then there he is, right there in fucking those clutch games.
Yeah, he was
Picking up
awesome.
fucking first downs. But also, I know you hate it. Clear secure. That dude is going to be something. Watch.
I'll watch.
He's
I'll watch every game I can.
He only made like 8 catches last year. 7 of them were first downs.
I think one other thing, not that I want to go too far into sports because we're getting there.
Yeah, I know. We have a
I'm
problem
I'm
that we're
still pissed.
gonna pot it out.
Yeah, I'm still pissed that Zeke's not a Cowboy.
Wait, what?
That the Cowboys dropped Zeke.
Oh yeah, but he hasn't signed with anybody yet.
No, I'm still pissed. Like I would love to have him.
No, you don't want him.
Look, I know he's not Pollard. He doesn't have what he used to have, but he's still good for that. Like punch it 1 or 2 yards. Like we need a first down.
Yeah, he punched it for
Go.
1.2 yards
Yeah, well that's what I'm saying.
per
Like
carry.
yes, his numbers were way down, but like it's just like I said, Chubb and Hunt. Like you got the guy who can break free and run. You got the other guy who's just
Yeah,
bulky and can get you that
I feel like Pollard still.
3rd and 2. He can get that.
I feel like Pollard and him are still similar. I feel like Pollard can carry that. I agree. You want a
Pollard's got the
second-
catch.
You want that second back
Yeah.
that's strong.
Yes.
That you can really rely on that short yardage, and then have the guy that's fast that can break away, that can catch out of the backfield
Yeah.
early.
Come
downs.
double as a receiver and get out there. Yeah.
But I don't think that the Pollard.
I'm not saying
Elliott-
Pollard's weak and Pollard couldn't
no,
get
no.
those yards.
Of course,
It's
I don't think that that's the combination though. Whereas you talk about Chubb and Hunt, like those guys,
Dude, if we can pick up Kareem Hunt, I'll take him.
yeah, and he's pissed, dude. 'cause
Yeah.
he feels like he's a starter and he's a
I
complimentary back.
Feel
And
like
honestly,
he was too. He was fucking awesome for me last season.
Well, they can't afford anybody now.
True. True.
You know, you pay $250.
Well, and that was the thing with
guaranteed to
Zeke,
fucking,
too.
A fucking rapist.
Too much money. That Zeke
a little
and
harsh, sorry.
Dalton Schultz both were just worth too much money. Schultz was just awesome.
You can't keep those kind of guys
Yeah. No.
because that's the other reason you got to get rid of Zeke is because that contract's too much, man.
Yep.
That is way too much because Pollard's making fucking a third of that right now.
And then you pick up T.Y. Hilton, who,
They picked up Ty
yeah, we picked him up last season. He did awesome like the last 5 games for us.
once he got healthy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. For those last 5 games, he was great.
Really?
And it also took a lot of
I didn't
pressure
notice that.
off of CeeDee Lamb, which helped me out more because I had CeeDee Lamb on my fantasy team.
Ty's getting up there, man. But
He
boy,
is, but he's good
if
to.
he's healthy, that guy can play.
Yeah, and so he's good to draw the attention. And then if he doesn't, then he's fucking open.
Right.
And it's T.Y. Hilton. Like, throw him the fucking ball. So I think we're fine on receivers, and we have Pollard, which is a great running back.
Yeah, except for
But the way Zeke got damaged a lot because they relied so much on their running game, I don't want that to happen to Pollard. Because then what the fuck do we have? So,
nothing.
exactly. But before we go too far, I wanted to bring up one other thing. You know how they say dogs match their owners?
Is that why I got kicked in the nuts?
Yes.
I mean, I would be pissed if you didn't quickly get kicked, tailed in the
Right?
nuts.
Like seconds later. he
Yeah,
just,
dude. I was like,
whacked
oh,
me.
you almost got me. I was like, oh, he kind of did. And I was like, and then all of a sudden it was like, whap.
Yeah, and that tail isn't light.
Dude. Yeah, I trust me. I have a 90-pound lab.
But I mean, like they look like their owners or whatever. Have you seen that? Like, oh, dogs and their owners look alike.
Yeah.
That I'm not saying that I see that, but that you see that online. Like
Sure.
they'll show you pictures.
driving over the past week, I've started noticing like people in their cars look not necessarily like they look like their car, but you can definitely tell.
They match their car.
Yeah, you can tell like when they get out. Okay, I know this is gonna be a fat white dude in his 40s. Like it's like
Is that what you think
match.
in my Ram when I pull up?
not a fat white dude, but like I think you fit your Ram. I think I fit my Chevy. I think
I agree.
Dan fits the Tesla type of person.
I totally agree with that.
You know what I mean? And I was noticing, like, you see a Geo Metro, you know exactly what's getting out of that fucking Geo Metro.
Yeah, a tweaker.
And it's just, it's crazy. I was just thinking about that. And then as I'm driving, I'm like watching as people get out or like, holy fucking shit. Screw matching your pet. Like, people match their vehicles.
Oh, yeah, like Subaru owners that get out.
Yeah.
They're all fucking snarky, like, yeah.
Motorcycle drivers,
Oh, yeah.
you know, people on fucking scooters,
We
on
drive
mopeds.
trucks.
Like,
we got
it's just,
beards and
yeah,
fucking facial hair. Like,
bigger guys, not small.
fuck, I'm a stereotypical truck driver. or
Well,
truck
and that
owner.
added to it because we were at the gas station today. And
I
I
don't
set
try
my,
to be, goddammit.
I set my keys down.
Just love my truck.
Right? Because trucks are the best. When I set my keys down and I'm buying this stuff, I was like, oh, I'm not paying for that. And I pull my keys. She goes, unless you want to give me your truck. And I'm like, how the fuck you know I drive a truck?
Does your
Okay.
key say Silverado?
Nope. Doesn't say Chevy. It's just a black and silver key. There's no symbol, no nothing.
I will say I am more of a Chevy guy, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I truly am. The problem is that every time I've tried to buy a Chevy in the past 9 years, the ones I can afford were garbage.
Yeah.
Because we all know that 14 through 19 or so,
Yep.
not very good.
Yep.
Beautiful trucks. They look sexy as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
But I've driven one.
Yeah. And I've
They're not.
traded in a couple.
Yeah, they're not. They're not what you would expect from a Chev. You know what I was thinking? We need to come up with some new drops.
Yes.
Because, like I said, I listen to a lot of talk radio, sports radio, and drops, I feel like, are amazing. I think those are going to come soon.
But with the new podcast we're talking about,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're going to have. So, again, I'm going to have to rearrange chairs. I'm going to kick you away from the door.
I do kind of like this door
I'll move
spot.
the yellow so you can also hit buttons.
Yeah, you should put that one outside in the spring.
Yeah, but that outside. Like the blanket doesn't always that. Usually the blanket's on the window,
Nope. It's
so it's just out. You know what?
That's Vandal Gold.
I might hang
looks,
it right here.
It looks like somebody pissed all over it. It works.
Maybe
So,
I'll hang it right here. That nice yellow Vandal.
I mean, I'm tall, so I can piss on that too.
Just a nice arc. And
Bro,
just-
if you like it, I wouldn't do it. Just saying. I'm sorry. I was raised that way.
I was talking
I was
to
raised to hate the Vandals.
my wife's
I
aunt and
respect the
uncle.
Vandals, but I hate the Vandals.
Yeah, it was the same with me in the BSU.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking hate them.
There's plenty of respect.
I respect their players, but yeah,
there's
fuck
lots
them.
of hatred. Like,
Yeah.
fuck them. But
I do
good
have
job.
to say the worst, and I might have said this before, but the worst thing that really disappoints me about being a Vandals fan is their fucking chants at a game.
IDAHO, Idaho, blows.
That's not even the bad one. Boise's not a state. Fuck off. You can't come up with something better than that.
Oh, yeah, that's
Come on.
that is literally one of the weakest.
Yes.
like,
You're a
Boise's
goddamn
not a state.
university.
It's like,
use your
goddamn,
brain.
You guys are the preeminent fucking like smart university.
That's
in the
literally
state?
the best you can come up with.
Like, you're
Like,
the academic
Jesus.
scholars of the state. Like, so, and I agree with it. Like, that's the preeminent fucking academic school.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Boise's not a state share chant. God damn it.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
Vandals.
Yeah.
Put the fucking Bud Light down and fucking
Agreed.
figure this shit out.
You know, I'm a Vandals fan and
Sorry, they can't
fucking
afford.
Agreed.
They can't afford Bud Light. They drink
Coors
Pabst.
Light? Paps.
Yeah, no. So
Look, motherfucker, I like Paps.
no, everybody likes Pabst, but you got to realize that I work in the beer world. Bud Light, Coors Light, and those are now called macro domestics
What?
because they fucking cost more. The cost of a keg, in
That's true.
perspective, is $136 for a half barrel. That's what I paid
Jesus.
for craft beer back in the day. Now you talk about Pabst. Pabst $100 a keg.
I still think that's expensive.
Let's go. No, hell, for a half barrel, it's 122 beers, bro.
I get that.
Well, 117.
I love me some
121.
PBR. Okay.
I love it too, but it's cheap, right?
Yeah,
You-
$3 for a pitcher of it when I was going to school in Moscow.
all day.
I love that shit.
That's why we don't drink in college. Bud
Yeah.
Light, Coors Light. It's always Rainier, Keystone, Bush,
Olympia.
Olympia. What's the
Keystone
cheapest beer
Ice,
we can
dude.
fucking
We got so
finance
much
this party with?
Keystone Ice.
Yeah, because you get fucked up for nothing. Like,
Yeah, it was. You get a whole
it's terrible beer though.
24 fucking cans for like
It
$10.
has such a malty sweetness for
Oh, yeah.
lager. It's so gross.
But when you're playing
goddamn, we
beer
drank
pong and
lots of
Rage
it.
Cage, you're so fucking, you don't.
Or you're
notice it.
fucking Donnie pouring fucking White Russians into that shit at 3:00 in the morning.
Crown
you wonder why
apples
he's
and
fucking
White
Chase
Russians.
is trying to power nap fucking at 3:45.
Oh my god.
God damn.
Look, these fuckers also told me we're
Couldn't
out of
been that
beer. I was
weed
like,
either.
all right, we're doing this shit. And then
We
after
had
we,
all sorts of good shit.
after we ran out of the White Russians and the Crown Apple, all of a sudden they found more beer. I'm like,
Yeah, magically there's
What the
regular beer. It's
fuck?
like, he fucking luscious bitches. Y'all just wanted to get drunk, so y'all
Yeah,
just
yeah.
wanted to drink his White Russian. So you're like, that's all we got. Go ahead and pour it in there.
I'm
It's
telling
good,
you
it's
what
good.
though, those 14% White Russians, oh my god, they're so smooth.
Well, that was my problem. Is I saw him in there, so if I'm Rage Cajun and
Me
I have
too.
to drink,
I was going
I'm
straight
looking-
for that.
I was going straight for the White Russians. Well, all of a sudden I drank half a can of White Russians and I was already tanked,
Yeah.
and then I had a power nap.
When you were napping and your wife was still playing, and she's like, "Oh, I can't drink this." It's like, okay, and I would just take I was drinking for her, whoever Tana's other friend is.
Yeah, because it's like a drink. It's literally like an ounce and a half, 2 ounces.
any of these people are like, "Oh, I can't do this." Like, all right, and I would just reach over and grab their cup, and I was drinking for them.
Yeah,
You missed out.
When it's I came back, I was there.
I'll tell you what you don't do though. Dan fucking mixed some kind of lemonade
yeah,
nastiness
the curliness.
into the White Russian.
That's what made me sick. Like I looked at that.
I drank one of those.
You drank it,
It was fucking horrible,
bro. I looked at that shit and wanted to puke. It curdled so quickly.
I never claimed to be smart.
Oh God, that was part of what made me leave the garage
Yeah, it was bad.
and just be like, I'm gonna go stand in the rain and vape because I literally want to puke
What-
if I look at that cup.
And
again.
what shocked me, so after I drank that, I was like, "Oh Jesus, why would I do that?"
How did you drink it?
And not
It was,
puke.
it was like a boba tea.
It was very weird.
Yeah, like thick and like chunky.
So, like back in the day when I was a bartender, I would get paid by our regulars to just grab the mixture of whatever's left on tables, pour it into one thing, and I'd drink it. Like somebody gave me $50 once.
suicide. Yeah. I used to do that with sodas as a kid, man. You make
Yeah.
a little bit of everything.
$50. I drank what was a Brain Eraser cement mixer with a curdle,
Gross.
and it was the curdled stuff.
Those are
Like
the
$50,
worst.
you drink that. I was like, okay.
That shit's so bad.
So they gave me the money up front, and I drank it. So fuck it, whatever. So I gave Dan one. I was like, I did it, Dan. Now you did. He goes, okay, and he fucking poured it on his own garage floor. You know how Dan is with his fucking garage.
Yeah, and he scrubbed it with a toothbrush in there.
I'm like, how the fuck? What? I almost had a heart
But
attack. I was
God-
like, what? You what?
But
What?
damn, that's a power move right there, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that is.
in this beautiful garage, like all
Yeah.
perfect. And
Fuckers
he's
like
gonna-
painted it and yeah, air conditioned. Who has an air conditioner in their garage?
It's literally the nicest.
Dan.
I envy his garage. I wish my garage
Oh, me
could be
too.
like it someday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Every time I clean my garage, something happens.
we're on the same garage level.
Yes.
Like we try, we
Yes.
want, we just can't succeed.
Yep,
And then
nope.
there's Josh and Dan. I'm like, you guys are fucking assholes.
Yeah, Josh is like, isn't he decorating his with like boxes of
his
beer boxes or
his
something?
has always been like legendary. Like he doesn't have the garage functionality as of Dan's garage because
Yeah.
he's got like tool centers and like drop down shit, like a weight center.
Yeah.
He has like everything.
Like I said, he's got a fucking air
Josh's-
conditioner sound bar
But
in
Josh's is like clean and clear.
there. Okay.
And it has like a chalk wall on his ceiling. He has, I think we're over 300 6-pack faces.
Yeah. That's so. It's like the box, but not the whole box.
Yeah, just the front of it, like the branding of it.
Which is fucking awesome.
And I mean, dude, for years and years and years and we still have, like to this day, we still have some that he hasn't hung up, but it's just cool. Like,
Yeah.
it's still very, it's more garagey, whereas Dan's is very like multifunctional.
Dan's is like a
But
fucking
damn,
apartment.
Mine just fucking looks like a bad yard sale.
Which look, growing up, that's what the garage
I got
was. You know, like you had. That's what it was. You shove shit in there. Like,
Yeah.
okay, boom,
Storage.
stack it in the I don't think there's ever been a time I've parked in the garage ever.
I've tried. I mean,
Or-
I can't because I always drive trucks and stuff, but I've tried to have my wife park there.
Yeah, I just.
But then when
fuck
she
it.
does for a minute, as soon as she's not parked there, I feel like she puts it there, but I'll take the heat. It fills up.
So look, I know I get blamed all the time, but it's the same in ours. Like, it's hard to get to our fridge. I've got an epic beer fridge in there. It's always stocked like a fucking
It literally
gas
looks
station.
like a gas station.
Yeah, it's just I want to have it stocked. I want flavors. I want if somebody doesn't like.
That's impressive just for yourself to open it up and be like,
Yeah, do I want
what would I like
IPA?
today?
Do I want a Miller Lite? Do I want
You know
to
what you should do? You
Like,
should
what do I want?
you should make it like a piggy bank and be able to like swipe your card
Yeah.
and like have it deposit.
See,
like
I would
$1
love
into
to
a
get,
savings account every
like,
time you drink a beer. You'd be fucking rich.
One of those old soda machines, but fill it with beer.
Yeah,
I would
And then-
love that.
And then you bank the money
Yeah, and people are like, you got any beer? It's like, yep, $1.50.
right there, dude. $1.50 all
$2.50,
day,
whatever,
dude.
yeah.
As long as it's got a card, though, I don't carry cash. I would
Right?
swipe that. I'd be like, "Oh, Donny's like, yeah, $1.50 a fucking beer.
Give me
let's
that
go."
fucking Voodoo Ranger. I will take that shit.
all
yeah.
day. It better fit the 19 cans though, because that's where it's at.
My last house, my first house that we bought was on Cole. It's about the size of your house now. I think it was like 12, somewhere between 12 and 1,500 square feet. And it was just Cole and Amity area. It was great for a starter house. That garage, so I was let go from one of my jobs. I think I've talked about it. It was when I was working at Rent Center.
Forcibly.
Yeah, he called me. I was on vacation in Oregon. That was the Rogue Brewery visit, and said, "You can't work here anymore, so I can fire you, or you can save face and quit." And I was like, "Bitch, you're firing me, and you're gonna make my truck payment."
Motherfucker, listen here. I ain't quitting because you're paying my unemployment.
So I took that summer off. I didn't work that whole summer. So my garage, I did that whole. I collected a bunch of pallets. I broke it up, and I had a whole, fucking one wall of my garage. One of the big side walls was just the reclaimed pallet wood wall. The whole wall.
Hell yeah.
Nailed to it and all. Had TVs mounted. I know you're not gonna like this. I had my Dallas Cowboys fucking stuff hanging up. Like,
I don't like it, but I respect it.
that was my hangout. And my neighbor at the time, which is hilarious. So obviously my old neighbor was Dan and Tana, who grew up in Mountain Home. And my neighbor from my first house was Jim and Lacey. Dan grew up with Jim. Dan knows Jim.
Goddamn small world.
Yeah, right. So
Those
they were my
mountain
first
homies are
neighbor.
everywhere.
And then end up, 3 weeks after buying this house, Dan buys that one and ended up growing up with Dan. Knows Dan, knows his dad, knows like the whole shebang. And I just think it's hilarious. But of course, then, Dan was stupid and moved to fucking Nampa, shithole. But whatever.
Love it.
Whatever. Yeah.
I mean, Nampa sucks. I live in Caldwell, just so you know.
Jerome, I think, is worse. Jerome, little fucking country hick town Jerome, now has to have a police station at the high school. Inside the high school, there's a whole
Damn, that's weird.
That's how bad it has gotten.
See, Caldwell used to have that. Like back in the 90s, that's what it was like. But,
I remember.
honestly, about 12 years ago, that shit died. Like, it's,
Actually, wasn't it in the late 90s, if I remember right?
yeah, late 90s.
It was
I grew
state
up,
of distress or whatever. They
Yeah.
didn't have enough police to keep up with the problem. I remember that.
I literally, after a few years, we realized that our neighbors, as I was growing up, they were very, very much part of the gang system in Caldwell.
Yeah.
Like the leaders, and they were really cool. Like they were just the kids. I'd play with them next door, and like they were like good friends and everything. And then we come to find out that they all got taken down by the ATF and some pretty high end shit, and they're all serving like 25 to life for a lot of the things that they were doing, but also protected us. Like like our house and things, like people knew like we were cool with them. Like we didn't know. We were naive fucking, we were naive ass white people next to that. But we also, my dad understood it and was like, well, there's a reason nobody steals or tries to break into our house. And stuff
Exactly.
like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I like that about, and it's like, I think that's one of the best things and coolest things about mafia or even some gangs.
Yeah.
They're very protective and family and friends.
Yeah. Of their people.
Yeah.
And we just happen to be their people. And if you're in, even if you know or not, and like it was definitely a surreal experience when I actually realized what was going on next door, as I spent my entire childhood hanging out with them and doing our thing. And like I said, it was nothing like that. They were very family oriented. So like the kids were very, it was very normal childhood for me. It was well after the fact
It's
that
crazy,
I found out what was going
right?
on. and it blows your mind because all the things they were
Like-
talking about was like while we were there, like
Doing all this illegal activity. They're okay with doing drive-bys and killing
Yeah.
innocent bystanders,
shit,
but like
dude, but the
they'll
kid-
protect their family
Yeah.
and friends. It's
and,
just crazy.
and their morals were really good. Like, to be quite honest, like
yeah.
it was very like structured, family oriented. Like, just like the Mexican culture is. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, and
it's
just
crazy.
like I
But
said-
I grew up with it, so it was different for me. Like, I was a guy that in parties in high school because, like I said, late 90s,
Mm-hmm.
early 2000s. And
I was out of high school.
you old bastard. I was one of the guys that would go to a party and be the only white guy there. I don't like politics at all.
Me either. I don't.
Fuck all y'all's.
You know what?
Um,
Bill Murray, run for presidency. I will vote for you,
Thank
fucking Bill
you.
Murray.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Exactly. I am very much a fence sitter because I'm pro and con of the common decency of both sides. But the fucking far sides,
Yeah.
God damn it, you guys need to chill the fuck out.
Yes, exactly. Please.
Like, please chill the fuck out.
Let's go ahead. We're going to end this now so my wife can finish mowing. That's right, people. You heard me. She mows the fucking yard.
And she waited so we could do this.
Right. And I'm going to sit
now.
on the patio if you want to hang out for another 5 minutes. Have a drink sitting in a chair watching her mow the yard.
Oh, I would love to watch.
Because that's how I do that. So we're
And
going
she does a good job, people.
She does.
This
She does
isn't
great.
sarcastic. This is enjoying awesomeness.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Go ahead and take us out.
Dad pods out, bitches.